7 অক্টোবৰ 2024 আমি ডিছকাছ কৰিম দিছ ফিউ টপিকছ ফ্ৰম দ্য আছাম ট্ৰিবিউন, দ্য হিন্দু আৰু ইণ্ডিয়ান এক্সপ্ৰেছ নিউজ পেপাৰ। আমাৰ প্ৰথমটো টপিক হ'ল আনন্দৰাম ঢেকিয়াল ফুকন আৰু তেখেতৰ কণ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যন টুৱাৰ্ডছ আছামিজ লেংগুৱেজ। ঢেকিয়াল ফুকনদেৱে তেখেতৰ কিতাপৰ জৰিয়তে, তেখেতৰ লিখনিৰ জৰিয়তে অসমীয়া ভাষালৈ ভালেখিনি অৰিহণা আগবঢ়াইছে। ত' যদি আমি চাওঁ সংক্ষিপ্তকৈ, এটা হ'ল ঢেকিয়াল ফুকনদেৱৰ এডভকেচি ফৰ vernacular language. He spoke about the importance of mother tongue and recognized that learning in one's native language enhances understanding and engagement with concepts. তো মাতৃভাষাৰ যিখিনি শিকা যায় বা শিক্ষা পোৱা যায়, সেইখিনিৰ জৰিয়তে মানুহৰ আণ্ডাৰষ্টেণ্ডিং আৰু এংগেজমেণ্ট বেছিকৈ থাকে। আৰু সেইটো কাৰণে he started and advocated for vernacular education. Resistance to Bengali language. He opposed Bengali as the medium of instruction in primary schools, highlighting the difficulties it posed for teachers and students. Assamese Bhasha in courts and administration. Phukan advocated for the use of Assamese in legal and administrative matters, ensuring accessibility towards the common people. Struggle against the imposition of Bengali. So colonial time, British officers regarded Assamese as a dialect of Bengali, mistakenly, leading to imposition of the Bengali as official language. Phukan meticulously documented the differences between Assamese and Bengali, establishing it as a distinct language. So heikhini homoyate during the early 19th century, he established Assamese as a distinct language as opposed to the view that it is similar. The restoration of Assamese as court language. Phukan argued for the replacement of Bengali Assamese in Assamese judicial system, citing practical and justice-related reasons. He referenced the Act 13 of 1837 to support his argument for restoration of the Assamese language. Philosophical vision. Language as the soul of nation. Phukan understood that language is the fundamental part of people's identity and tradition, or he believed in the importance of preserving the Assamese language while embracing foreign language as practical purpose. Foundation. He laid the foundation for future generations, cultural revival of Assamese language, and inspiration for the future. তেখেতৰ লিখনিখিনি পাব্লিছ হৈছিলে অৰুণোদয়, দ্য ফাৰ্ষ্ট আছামিজ জাৰ্নেল, আৰম্ভ হৈছিলে 1846 পৰা। ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে আদাৰ ৱৰ্ডছ ইনক্লুডছ ইংলেণ্ডৰ বিৱৰণ, অসমীয়া ল'ৰাৰ মিত্ৰ, অসমীয়া ভাষা আৰু অসম দেশৰ দেশীয় ভাষা আৰু শিক্ষা এটচেট্ৰা। ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে তেখেতে ইন 1855 under the pseudonym A Native proposed to bring up an Assamese to English and English to Assamese joint dictionary. Okay, আৰু তাৰপিছত then British officer of Nagaon, Captain Butler, started the process of collecting funds for the project. আৰু a few glimpses of the dictionary were published in the Arunodaya magazine. Okay, so এইখিনি আমাৰ প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব। আৰু আনন্দৰাম ঢেকিয়াল ফুকন তেখেতৰ কণ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যন ইজ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ GS5 মেইনছ পেপাৰ। The next topic is Assam's farmer get 403 crore under PM Kishan. So under the PM Kishan scheme, as many as 18.8 lakh farmers of the Assam received around 403 crore in the form of 18 installment. Under this scheme, a small and marginal farmer gets 6,000 rupees in 3 equal investment. So government ইয়াৰ আগতে the 17 installment release কৰিছিলে, য'ত it benefited 9.5 crore farmers across the country. Okay, আৰু অসমৰ এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব। নেক্সট পাৰ্টটো হ'ল দ্য ফাৰ্ম মেকানাইজেশ্যন, কৃষি যন্ত্ৰপাতি আৰু ভূমিৰ স্বাস্থ্যপত্ৰ বিতৰণৰ লগতে কৃষি জ্ঞান কেন্দ্ৰ মুকলি অনুষ্ঠান। চ' অসমত ফাৰ্ম মেকানাইজেশ্যন, হোৱাট ইজ ফাৰ্ম মেকানাইজেশ্যন যদি আমি চাওঁ, the term is used as an overall description of the application of variety of tools, equipments, machinery, power and other mechanical implements for the convenience of the farming. Okay, আৰু অসম এখন এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ ডমিনেণ্ট ষ্টেট হয়। অ'কে, আৰু এৰাউণ্ড 70% অফ পপুলেশ্যন ডিপেণ্ডেণ্ট আপন দ্য এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ, বাট প্ৰব্লেমটো হ'ল যে আমাৰ এৰাউণ্ড 85% অফ দ্য ফাৰ্মাৰ্ছ অফ আছাম ইজ স্মল এণ্ড মিডিয়াম ফাৰ্মাৰ্ছ। আৰু গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে সেইকাৰণে কিছুমান স্কিম লঞ্চ কৰিছে, যেনেকৈ এটা হ'ল মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী কৃষি সা-সঁজুলি যোজনা, সাবমিশন অন এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ মেকানাইজেশ্যন আৰু চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ সমগ্ৰ গ্ৰাম্য উন্নয়ন যোজনা। আণ্ডাৰ দ্য সাবমিশন অন এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ মেকানাইজেশ্যন ইয়াতে কি কৰা হয়, এষ্টাব্লিছমেণ্ট অফ দ্য ভিলেজ লেভেল ফাৰ্ম মেচিনাৰী বেংকছ, য'ৰ পৰা ফাৰ্মাৰ্ছবোৰে মেচিনবোৰ ইউজ কৰিব পাৰিব। প্ৰমোশ্যন অফ কাষ্টম হায়াৰিং চেণ্টাৰ্ছ, setting up high-tech hubs আৰু provides financial assistance for purchasing farm machinery and equipment, promotes mechanized operation and facilitates easy access to machinery for farmers. আমাৰ APSCত আগতে এটা কুৱেশ্যন আহি গৈছিলে যে আছামিজ এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ ইজ আনটেপ পটেঞ্চিয়েল। নাও আনটেপ এইকাৰণে হয় যে আমাৰ যিখিনি yield হয় সেই that yield is lower than the national average, লগতে চাইনাৰ তুলনাত আমাৰ বহুতেই কম। চ' ওৱান অফ দ্য ইছ্যু ইজ দ্য লেছ মেকানাইজেশ্যন অফ দ্য এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ। তো গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে সেইকাৰণে লঞ্চ কৰিছিলে দ্য ভেৰিয়াছ স্কিমছ ফৰ ফাৰ্ম মেকানাইজেশ্যন, আৰু ইয়াৰ আণ্ডাৰত ফাইনেন্সিয়েল এছিষ্টেঞ্চ দিয়া হয় ফৰ বাইং দ্য মেচিনাৰিজ। আদাৰ দেন দেট চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ সমগ্ৰ গ্ৰাম্য যোজনা to achieve desired growth in agriculture mechanization by providing one tractor unit to each revenue village so that the community can use the tractor for their benefits. Also, provides financial assistance for purchase of tractors, contributing to increase farm efficiency and productivity. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী কৃষি সা-সঁজুলি যোজনা to promote scientific cultivation practices and increase farmers' income. Benefits, financial assistance of 5,000 to farmers for procuring farm tools through DBT. আমাৰ GSI পেপাৰৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব। নেক্সট, হাইকোৰ্ট notices on misappropriation of fund to Government of Assam. Now, what is the misutilization, underutilization and misappropriation, which are major problems that lead to public fund wastage? এটা হ'ল misutilization. কি হয় এইটো? Misuse of public funds includes expenditure that are made without proper authorization or that are unlawful or contrary to applicable legislations, regulations, policies and procedures. Let's say agriculture কাৰণে আহিছে fund, we are using it for let's say fertilizer. Okay, agriculture direct farmers incentive হিচাপে আহিছে, আমি সেইখিনি বেলেগ ফালে ডাইভাৰ্ট কৰিছোঁ। Purchases that are wasteful and unnecessary and that are not in keeping with the business or operational needs of the organization. Misuse of public assets. Next to underutilization. It can be attributed to the institutional and procedural blockage. Yet কি হয়, the deficiencies in decentralized planning being carried out in the schemes resulting in insufficient staff for undertaking the planned activities. So ইয়াতে there is blockage in budgetary processes on the schemes. So there is delay in the flow of funds in releasing sanction orders for spending, decision making, etc. So ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ কি হয়, the funds are not utilized. Then whole misappropriation. It includes MPs investing MPLAT's fund in private trusts and societies created by them, recommending projects that are prohibited, insisting on choosing the implementing agencies and handing over the checks to them, wanting to control payments to contractors, etc. Okay, so these are certain issues regarding financial management. Means so kind of important over. Now, prelims so kind of important over the Halari donkeys. To Halari donkey ki hoy, it's a beautiful and endangered breed found in the Halar region of the Gujarat. Fewer than 500 Halari donkeys remain, making them a rare and important or endangered hoy. These donkeys are typically white, larger and more resilient than other breeds. IUCN endangered. Native to Saurashtra, unique and rare breed. Its milk is one of the most expensive in the world that can go up to 1,000 per liter for its medicinal values. Okay, our economic value, the price of Halari donkey exceeds 1 lakh today, with rising demand across India for Halari donkey dairies. Okay, যেনেকৈ Kharai camel was asked in UPSC prelims in 2016. So Halari donkey important হ'ব পাৰে। Now classical language. 5 languages got classical tag after key provision dropped. So Union Cabinet decision to accord classical language status to 5 new languages including Marathi, Bengali, Assamese, after a key provision which mandated that language must have original literary tradition was dropped. Background, in 2004, Government of India for the first time created a new category of languages known as classical languages with criteria such as high antiquity of its early texts, recorded history over 1,000 years, a body of ancient literature or text which is considered a valuable heritage by generation of speakers, the literary tradition must be original and not borrowed. Now the revise antiquity of texts. আগতে কি আছিলে high antiquity of early texts recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. New category high antiquity of early texts recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. Ancient literatures আগতে criteria asle a body of ancient literature texts considered valuable heritage by generation of speakers. New criteria a body of ancient literature texts considered heritage by generation of speakers. Same. Literary tradition must have original literary tradition not borrowed from another speech. Yet ki hoy inclusion of knowledge texts, prose and poetry, epigraphical and inscriptional evidence. So this is changed. Okay. Distinct classical language. Classical language and literature must be distinct from modern forms or have discontinuity with later forms. Yat ki koise classical language literature could be distinct. Yat koise must be distinct. Yat could be distinct from its current form or could be discontinuous with later forms of its offshoots. So these are the new criteria. Prelims are important ho pare, mains are important ho pare. Next is the man-elephant conflicts. In the recent times, আমি আগতে পঢ়িছোঁ যে there is a significant drop in number of elephants in India. যিখন report published নহ'ল. We studied about this topic 3 days before. Now, what are the government's measures to tackle human-elephant conflict? First of all, Wildlife Protection Act 200, there are legal provisions, okay, for limiting activities. Biological Diversity Act, India is a part of UN Convention on Biological Diversity, which ensures that the Biological Diversity Act complements rather than contradicts the existing law. National Wildlife Action Plan, then Project Tiger, Project Elephant, National Disaster Management Authority, etc. আৰু যদি আমি কওঁ এলিফেণ্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত তেনেহ'লে দেয়াৰ আৰ মাইক চাইট, অ'কে। তো ইয়াত মাইক চাইট কি হয় মনিটৰ কৰে, অ'কে। তো মাইক চাইট আমাৰ ক'ত ক'ত আছে যদি অসমৰ কথা কওঁ চিৰাং ৰিপু, দিহিং পাটকাই, তাৰ বাহিৰে অল অভাৰ ইণ্ডিয়া ইষ্টাৰ্ণ দুৱাৰ, দেওমালী, গাৰো, ময়ূৰভঞ্জ, মাইচুৰ, নীলগিৰি, শিৱালিক, ৱেনাড এটচেট্ৰা। চ' এইখিনি আমাৰ প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব। Next is Durga Puja traditions in Assam. It's a very important article. Interview karone important ho pare aru prelims karone important ho pare. So the first grand worship of goddess Durga in Assam in recorded history said to have been celebrated in the Kozh kingdom in the 16th century. The Durga Puja is performed under the patronage of royal family of Dorong and the family of Kozh minister Kobindra Patra, formerly known as the Rangamati Borua and now famously called Gauripur Boruas. Trace their origins to the early decades of the 17th century. The tradition of offering puja to the clay idol of goddess Durga spilled across borders to the Ahom kingdoms during the Swargadev Pratap Singha's reign. Okay. So Pratap Singha's homoyar pra Ahom homot arambo hol. The first recorded Durga Puja in Ahom kingdom took place in Hotiapara to the west of Shivsagar town in 1640s. The idols for this puja were made by the Khonikars or Morongials on the lines of tradition started by idol makers Kozh kingdom. Both Gadadhar Singha and his son Rudra Singha were 𝐶𝐲𝐼s and offered their patronage to Shaktivism. But it was a Shiva Singha and his wife Boraraja Puleshwari who actively promoted the Shaktivism, especially the cult of Durga. So our Durga Puja Ahomot history almost 16th century পৰা আছে, initially Kozh and later the Ahom kingdoms. Only the Parvatia Gokhai, Mukoli Muria Gokhai and Nogokhai families could start the puja, worshipping the clay idols with royal consent but with smaller idols. Even Bhagwati Borua, who built the Namti doll during Goina Singha's rule, offered puja in the Devi doll and not in the household. So household সকল permission নাছিলে আৰু যাৰ permission আছিলে তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে smaller idols use কৰা হৈছিলে. So these are some of the important facts which will be important for prelims. The next topic is regarding Pacific seafloor. Ancient sunk seafloor beneath Pacific is impacting Earth's life. Now, Pacific Ocean is divided into 4 regions. The northern Pacific represents the deepest part of the whole Pacific, contact with the Arctic and through Bering Strait. Central Pacific is characterized by the largest number of islands, most of which are volcanic and coral islands. Okay. The Southwest Pacific carries a large number of islands, marginal seas and extensive continental shelves. Southeast Pacific has the most striking relief of the Pacific Ocean as the East Pacific rise or reach. Now what is dark oxygen? Recently in news in the Pacific. So So dark oxygen is a production of oxygen through process that don't require light dependent photosynthesis. Scientists discovered dark oxygen in the deep ocean in Pacific, where it's produced by lumps of metal on the seafloor called polymetallic nodules. Regarding this discovery, the researchers believe that recently discovered previously unknown layer could reveal the mystery related to the unusual structure of the Pacific large low shear velocity province. So prelims kind of important hobo pare. Okay, so this is the bottom configuration of the Pacific Ocean. Yate ase Albatros Plateau, Atacama Trench, Southeast Pacific Plateau, Hawaiian Plateau, Aleutian Trench, Japan Trench, Kuril Trench, etc. So prelims kind of important hobo pare. The next topic is regarding wildlife conservation. Conserve wildlife, save humanity. So National Wildlife Week 2024 now being celebrated from 2nd to 8th October. Our theme ki hoy? Safeguarding our natural heritage. Prelims kind of important hobo pare. So established in 1957, the Wildlife Week aims to raise awareness about the wildlife conservation. Our roots quote pao in 1957 when the first Wildlife Week was commemorated. It was established by Indian Board of Wildlife in 1952 to raise awareness about the long-term goals of wildlife protection. Now, recently India joined International Big Cat Alliance. Now, ki hoy? It was launched by Prime Minister of India in Mysuru. Okay, at an event commemorating 50 years of Project Tiger. Objective ki hoy? Strengthen global cooperation and efforts for conservation of 7 big cats. Tare ভিতৰত tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar and puma. Out of the 7 big cats, 5 tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard and cheetah are found in India. The alliance aims to reach out to 97 range countries covering the natural habitats. It has been considered as a multi-country, multi-agency coalition to strengthen the global cooperation and mobilize financial and technical resources. It will serve as an evolving platform for convergence of knowledge and best practices. Amar you are kind of important because the forum will work for conservation of the big cats, right? Our prelims kind of important because 50 years of Project Tiger to important. India launch course ekhini amar important hobo. Next mapor kind of important hobo pare. So Uruguru Lake Uruguru kod ase in Bolivia. The lake is contaminated with mineral sediments and garbage. Since 2021, annual cleanups have helped reclaim 47 acres. Next is again some map study from Sudan. So prelims generally question ahe yate Khartoum. So capital was destroyed. Okay, Khartoum is one of the region. Then Wat Madani, Al Fasir, Niala. Okay, these are important for prelims perspective. Then Darfur region was asked in 2014 UPSC prelims because I think Khartoum was also asked. So prelims kind of important hobo. Next is prelims factual. Ki ase eta hol mitigation of again human wildlife conflict. So leopard in recent years human leopard encounters have increased. So ইয়াৰ কাৰণে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে কি ষ্টেপ লৈছে, ইয়াৰ কাৰণে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে লেটছে সোলাৰ কিছুমান ফেন্স ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিছে, right, etc. Awareness creation কৰিছে. Then France nominates Payal Kapade's All We Imagine as Light as for Oscars 2025. Prelims kind of important hobo pare. Next to hol excavations at Dutalathur megalithic burial site in Hanur Taluk. So prelims kind of important hobo pare. Now types of megalithic structure ki ase stone circles, dolmens, schist, monolith, capstone style, etc.